What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So we're here now. We have a tragic set of events that just happened today. A school in Nashville, Tennessee, was shot up today by one of its own students. And listen, look, we're going to dive off into this deeper. I don't understand what's going on here. How are these children continuously getting hold to these firearms and things like that? This is a huge problem over here in America, and we need to solve this type of issue ASAP. But let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
Breaking news. Nashville police say 2 students are shot in a high school cafeteria. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Here's what we know out of Tennessee at this hour. Antioch High School in Nashville on lockdown, and the school district now reports the shooter is no longer a threat. Let's get right to our Phil Lipoff with the latest. Phil, what do we know?
Yeah, Kira, it's important to know that the officials are telling us there is no threat at the school right now, and that is because they tell us at around 11:11 this morning local time, someone walked into the cafeteria, presumably a student. We don't know that for sure just yet because we are waiting for authorities to brief us, but 2 other students were shot in that cafeteria inside Antioch High School there you see in the Nashville metro area. We don't know the age or gender of those students or of the shooter, but police say the shooter then turned the gun on themselves, and that is why the shooter is no longer a threat. The kids are being taken care of by teachers and the school district. They're asking that parents don't go to the school. There is going to be a reunification center, and they're going to get the kids to that reunification center to get them with their parents. We are waiting for a briefing from Nashville police in that area. We know the ATF has obviously responded because there's a shooting inside a school, which sadly is all too familiar here in this country, Kira. But we know 2 students were shot, and the shooter inside that cafeteria turned the gun on themselves right afterwards.
All right, Phil, appreciate the update. Thanks so much.
Wow. Listen, look, man, I'm not understanding how did the child get hold to the firearm in the first place? And see, this is what we're talking about here. I don't know, these parents are not locking their firearms up properly, or did he get a firearm from somebody he knew outside of his family? You know, these types of questions need to be answered when these young people keep getting hold to these guns and going up to these schools. I don't know whether the person was depressed or what's going on, but that shouldn't roll into the factor of the situation. You shouldn't be going around doing things like this. This is crazy. Let's keep going.
And as we know, that call came in just after 11 o'clock this morning. That shooting happening inside the cafeteria. Now, our reporters, our team has been out on the ground since around 11:30 this morning, bringing you all angles on the scene. We do want to go to Caitlin Quisenberry. She's been near that reunification site talking with parents and students. And let's listen in right now.
Should really be happy that they at least get to see them goodbye.
Yeah. What? No, I was going to say, what did the officers say when they came in the room?
They didn't really say anything. They just came in, they looked around, they walked out, and we just blocked the door back again.
Okay.
How were you blocking the door?
We had tables, desks, chairs. We had the method where you put a chair inside the door where you lock it down so no one can enter. I don't know how they got that off of there, actually. I was confused. I was confuzzled. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. Everything was just so bad.
Yeah.
So how are you doing now?
I was scared. When I was in the bus, I was trembling. I was scared. I was told that the murderer was killed himself because he couldn't escape. And I'm like, that is bad. You should at least witness the justice system. It's because you killed 2 people. And I saw the video of the poor little boy or little girl. They were dead. I'm so happy that the 8th graders got out alive, though.
Did they get out safe?
Yeah, they got out safe. They left before. It happened in B-Lunch.
B-Lunch? Okay. And then where were you at this time? You were in
I was in my classroom. I was safe because my teacher, shout out to her, she is amazing. She handled it perfectly.
Okay. Well, have you reached out to your parents or family?
I have reached out to my parents. I reached out to my mother. I reached out to my father. I reached out to my sister. And see, right here are the text messages. Mm-hmm. I got my father's text messages somewhere around here.
What has their response been so far?
They respond to, I hope you are safe, get somewhere safe, I love you. She was especially scared. Thank God she called the police when she heard me text her. She is one of the most safest persons ever in this entire universe.
This is live, Titi.
If I did not have her, I would have been.
So So you're her sister. You're not at the school.
No, I went to the school like a couple years back, but I don't go here no more.
Okay.
School's always had chaos in it though.
Gotcha. When did you graduate?
2021.
Okay, gotcha. And you made a call to police.
Yeah, I called 911 and I
Okay.
told them that my sister texted me and said that they was up at the school shooting, and the dispatcher told me that they had police there
Okay.
already and that the shooter was like not a threat anymore. That's what they said, that the shooter wasn't a threat. And then I got a call from the school and they also told me that the shooter was not a threat no more.
Okay.
So
Got it. Can you also just one last time kind of set the scene for me after this happened? What were you hearing, or as this was happening?
as we were entering the bus, or as we were leaving the classroom, or while we were in the classroom when the police came in, they were talking about how the murderer was killed. He killed himself, shot himself, and how they were trying to bring someone back to life. They had a video of some guy decided to go on live and record all this. He decided to. This is sad, honestly. They recorded the guy getting resuscitated, which I saw, and I was like,
Wow. Listen, look, man, these children are going through so much tragedy. I don't think our children are going to even have a childhood anymore after this situation that's going on over here in America with all these school shootings and stuff. All right, so we're going to hear from the Metro Police Department here and see what they have to say about the situation. Let's go here now.
At 11:11 this morning, the Emergency Communications Center received a active shooter call, shots being fired call from Antioch High School. From the investigation to this point, we know that at 11:09 a.m., a person who has been identified as a 17-year-old, armed with a pistol, fired multiple shots in the cafeteria of the school. The individual wounded two other students, one of them fatally, before shooting and killing himself. There is no danger at the school. The police department's SWAT team has cleared the building. We have identified the shooter, again, as I said, a 17-year-old, and the investigation is advancing now. One of the persons that the 17-year-old shot, a female, was transported to Vanderbilt University Medical Center and is deceased. A second individual wounded, also a female, has what is being described as a graze wound to the arm, and she is in stable condition at Vanderbilt. This investigation is being led now by the police department's homicide unit, and there is quite a bit of work to be done. That's all I have at this moment. I have no names to give you of the individuals yet. As we have already issued on social media, we have a family assistance center at Ascension across the street from us. There are a lot of school buses at Antioch, and those school buses are going to be transporting students to this lot across from us here at Ascension. The initial plan was that even car riders would be transported by school bus just up the street to this family assistance center. We want to make sure that the entire campus is stabilized, including the parking lots, before we would release any vehicles of students who drove to school today. All right, I can take just a couple of questions before we go back to the scene.
Man, this is wild right here. So yeah, they're trying to get the students to another area off the campus, things like that. I get it. They don't want all the parents coming up there amongst all the other scenes. Definitely because this is a crime scene now. So, they don't want extra people coming up there. So they transporting the children off site to another place, which I think that's good, and also good for the parents who wants to really see all that's going on there. This is wild right here. We need to figure out how these children are getting hold to these firearms and what type of mental state are our young people in over here in America. What type of mental state are these children in? Because this is making no sense. I mean, growing up, we had fights in school, stuff like that. Things happen, but just mass school shootings, man, this is getting out of hand, more and more out of hand as we get deeper off into the century. And, I remember when the first one happened, I think it was Columbine. back in the day in the late 90s or something like that. And it was a shock to the whole world that children would go to school and do something like that to other children and teachers and things like that. It's crazy here. Let's keep going.
Again, there'll be more from this same spot in a brief time.
What SROs were on duty, and did they intervene at all?
There were 2 SROs in the building. They were not in the immediate vicinity of the cafeteria when this happened. By the time the SROs got down there, the shooting had stopped and the shooter had shot himself.
Does this school have any metal detectors or weapons detectors?
I will let the school system answer that definitively. I did not see any metal detectors in the building, but that's a school system issue to address.
Vanderbilt told us a third student was taken in for an eye injury. Do we know anything more about that?
There is a male student who has some type of a facial injury. It's not a gunshot injury, and I'm not sure if he fell or what was the cause of that. But there is another male student being treated at Vanderbilt who does not have a gunshot wound. He has some type of facial injury, the cause of which I'm unsure.
We spoke to the family of one of the victims. They only speak Spanish. Are there any resources available for these families that are being offered to them now? Can you confirm the ethnicity of the other victim who is also in the hospital?
Okay, I couldn't hear the last
Yeah,
part.
these people need to speak into the mic.
Can you confirm the ethnicity of the victims at all?
No, I can just confirm gender at this point. The 2 gunshot victims who were taken to Vanderbilt are female, one of whom is deceased, and the shooter is male, and he's African American.
Have the families been notified?
So it was a black kid that did this. Oh Lord. Okay.
If there are children's injuries, the death of that student.
That has taken place or is taking place.
Do we know any ages?
We know that the shooter is 17. I don't have ages for you on the 2 gunshot victims at this point.
Do you know where the gun came from, or are you looking into?
No, all of those questions will be a topic for the homicide unit to delve into.
Do we have a motive yet?
No. All right, that's what we have for now. We'll be back here.
All right, so this is where they're at. Don't know the motive right now. Don't know where he got the handgun from. Things like that. Like I said, scenario, just giving a quick scenario here. He had to either get it from home or somebody that he knew around the way, things like that. And this is ridiculous here that, children are able to get hold of these guns like this, and, guns don't kill people, people kill people. And I get it. Everybody, we need stricter gun laws. That's not going to help anything except for put the people that are willing to abide by the rules in danger, because criminals don't care. They're going to carry firearms and weapons regardless of the law. That's the reason why they're criminals, because they like to break the law. But, nah, man, this is wild and this is sad. I feel so sorry for these children, man. All the children all over America that had to deal with any type of school shooting, regardless of what year, what month, it doesn't matter, man. This is sad right here that our children in America can't go to school without being on guard for, maybe getting shot that day. This is highly disrespectful to us as American citizens, and we need to do better by the mental health of our children here, because this is getting way out. Well, it's been out of hand, but it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.